All right, are we gone? Are we good?
We're good.
All right. Hey, Thundercat fans, here we are. Starting a little early today. We're playing a team out of Thunder Bay. And Pico wins that draw right off the bat. He drives right up the center ice. He throws the backhand towards the net, and that goes wide. And we're going to have Golson try to play it out front. That gets blocked down by the Thunder Bay team. Oh, it is though. We got a sub player. Ty Martins is with us today. We've had a few missing players due to some other spring conflict sports, so Ty has graciously said he'll come in and help us out today. I think this game's going to be a lot tighter than the last one. Ty comes out to block that shot. Nobody down low to help out, and that gets blocked by Hammer. Pico picks it up in the middle, and he skates it out. And here we go. He's going to throw it up to Dauphiné, off of Dauphiné's stick, and back into the hands of Thunder Bay kid. Pico comes back, looking to make a play on the defensive side of the puck. Now Pico, Kurt's behind the net with it now. Martinson up the sidewall with it, and chips it out for Dauphiné, and then we're going to get a little bit of a line change here. Kurtz chips it out. Pico's going to pick that puck up and skate it up into the near zone. He makes a move at the blue line. High in the zone, throws it towards the net, and that's going to go wide. Golson in the corner with it, plays it out to Kurtz. Kurtz gets a quick shot towards the net, and that goes in. Thundercats first on the board here, right away. That's big. That's a big goal. Thundercats will take an early lead. Kurtz with a nice shot. High on Main Street. Tips into the goal. Hansen, Diedrich, Golson are your forward line here, with Olsen and Kurtz as your defensive pair. Thunder Bay comes in with a nice rush, but that's broken up by Hansen. Now Olsen's going to come out with the puck. He's going to chip it up to Hansen in the center ice, and we'll head through neutral zone. That's chipped off of Hansen's stick. Hansen throws it up to Diedrich. Diedrich's going to skate that in. He gets around the first Thunder Bay defender and throws it towards the net. And Golson's going to chase behind the net. Thunder Bay collects that puck, and they break it out. And here comes Olsen. Nice angle out by Olsen there. Kramer will pick that puck up in the near corner, and he'll skate it around behind the net. Up to Hansen. Hansen's going to try to chip it out. It does get out. Battle for it right at the blue line, and Thunder Bay will throw that into the far corner. Diedrich's there to collect. He throws it up the boards. I'm sorry, Olsen. Martinson tries to center it to Picor. That's intercepted by Thunder Bay. Thundercats definitely have a much more competitive game here today than they did this morning. Thunder Bay collects it with a nice shot on the net. Boy, that kid can put it on. Thunder Bay throwing it back down low. Blocked by Olsen. Olsen's going to throw it up to Golson, but that's intercepted by Thunder Bay. Golson's going to battle for it. And they send it back down deep. Kramer picks it up behind the net. He's going to try to send it up to Martinson, but again, Thunder Bay collects it. Picor stays out front to defend. And Thunder Bay sends it out high. Kramer blocks it, and they try to throw it down deep, but it's blocked by a Thundercat. Kramer picks that up in the high zone and sends it up to Dauphiné, who just misses an opportunity for a 1-0, but that goes deep in the zone. Dauphiné sends it out front, nobody home. Thunder Bay's going to collect that puck, chip it out. Oh, actually blocked by Hansen. Hansen sends it out front, almost deflected in by their own team, and it looks like the goalie covered that just barely. So some good action right away here. It's surprising to me. These kids have been running around for the last 4 hours. And it looks like they've got quite a bit of energy left to spend. Diedrich's on the face-off, Golson on the right, Hansen on the left, with Kurtz and Montpettit as your deep pair. Thunder Bay wins that just back, but Golson's going to get a handle on it. She's going to base it into the corner. Battle for the puck. Thunder Bay sends it up the half wall, but Hansen's there to stop it. Thunder Bay sends it to the middle of the ice, and now they're out. Up through the middle of neutral zone, but good job by the Thundercats to come back and back check. And the Thundercats looking to regroup here in the D zone. Oh, that's a very dangerous pass by Dietrich. Thunder Bay is going to intercept that and put it home to tie this game up. Thundercats down 1. Pecor wins that face-off. Tries to push it through the feet of the Thunder Bay player. Almost gets there. Dauphin is going to skate into the zone. He shoots it to the net. Just hits the post. Almost puts it in. Olsen there to keep it inside the zone. Pecor battling down low. Now Martinson down low. And Thunder Bay is going to come out and break it out. Up through neutral. Pecor comes back, the back check, takes that puck away, and we send it back out. We'll get an offsides call. They send it right to Pecor. Pecor sends it up to Dauphin. And Thunder Bay is going to try to chip that back in. Pecor is there to stop that. Pecor up through the center neutral. He's going to try to skate in wide. He's got Dauphin breaking to the center of the net. Good job getting down in. And then Pecor draws a penalty, so Thundercats will go on the power play here. We'll get a line change. Some fresh legs out there. Looks like we'll have Kramer and Montpettit as your D pair, with Gosen, Diedrich, and Hansen as your forward line here. Face-off won by Diedrich. Pushed deep into the Thunder Bay zone. They rim it around, and they ice it. Thundercats will come back to collect that puck. Montpettit's the first to it. He looks up the ice. He's going to skate it up center ice. Nice move by Montpettit. Here we go, 3-2. Wilson, Montpettit, and Hansen, but nice stick check by the Thunder Bay defender. And we're going to have to battle for possession now. They try to chip it out, but Diedrich's playing a hard game along the boards. Good job, Diedrich. Up to Montpettit, who's going to send it back down deep, but not quite hard enough to get it in. And Thunder Bay will clear. Back to Kramer, who's going to send it up to Gosen. Gosen gets it in. Over to Diedrich. Diedrich's going to launch that to the net, and that's blocked by the goalie and covered. We'll get a line change here for the second half of this penalty, or a power play rather. Dauphin, Martinson, Pecor, and Kurtz Olsen on D. Pecor tries to go through the legs and ends up losing his footing. And Thunder Bay is obviously good at this penalty kill. They know exactly what to do here. They're going to ice it down. Kurtz is going to pick that puck up. Kurtz tries to make a move around the first forechecker, but gets his pocket picked. Olsen picks up that puck. He's going to chip it up around, try to get it out, but that's actually blocked by the ref. So Thundercats will come back and try to regroup here. Kurtz makes a nice move up the center. Here we go. Let's go, boys. Let's get some speed. Kurtz is running right up Broadway here. He's going to go to the net, but unable to get a pass off or a good shot opportunity. Pecor battling behind the net. Throws it up, but nobody there. And Thunder Bay will ice that puck. 45 seconds remain on the penalty. Power play. Olsen with the puck sends it over to Dauphin. Dauphin tries to move around that guy, but can't make the move. Pecor comes back and sends it back up through neutral. Right back into the hands of the Thunder Bay defender, who sends it back down into our end. Montpettit there to retrieve. Montpettit's going to try to send it back the other way. He makes a quick little move around that first forechecker. And here we go. Montpettit sends it up to Gosen. Back into the hands of Thunder Bay. Thunder Bay's just going to ice that back into the other end. So Thundercats really have to try to get a better handle on possession of this puck. But here we go. Diedrich's going to bring it into the zone. He comes in wide, throws it towards the net. Nobody home to slam that in. And Montpettit there to send it back down deep, sends it over to Hansen, over to Diedrich. Diedrich throws that again on net, and glove down by the goalie. And that'll end the power play. Pretty close game here so far. Shots are 4-3, so both teams equally matched, it looks like. Thunder Bay with a slightly larger bench to draw from here. Thundercats are running 2 lines. Face off 1 by Thunder Bay. Thunder Bay is going to send it around the other side. Nobody there to get it. Hansen's in for a race, but pulls up just a little early. And Thunder Bay has a rush here, 3-2. And that's blocked down by Kramer. Diedrich picks up that puck, sends it over to Montpettit. Montpettit sends it back to Diedrich behind the net. And he's going to send that up, try to clear it out of the zone. He does. Thunder Bay is just going to send it back down into our zone. Montpettit there to retrieve. Looks like Montpettit might be trying to skate this out of the zone. Always a dangerous play when you're coming out of your zone right up the middle. You get your pocket picked there, and you're going to be in big trouble. Montpettit tried to carry it deep down into the zone. Get a little bit more pressure on that puck and try to get an odd man situation. Kurtz tries to send it in deep down to Hansen. Hansen's going to throw it towards the net. Nobody there. And doesn't actually end up getting a shot attempt. Thunder Bay's going to send that back down into the Thundercat zone. Diedrich's going to rim that up to Kurtz. Kurtz picks that up off the wall, makes a move to the middle, and now Kurtz is going to skate up through center neutral into the zone. He's got a little bit of time and space, but can't quite connect on the pass to Gosen. Thunder Bay rims that around, but Olsen's there to collect it, sends it towards the net. Oh boy, Thunder Bay almost chipped that in for their own goalie. Picor is going to retrieve this puck that is sent back down into the Thundercat zone. Picor sends that around to Kramer. Kramer tries to move it up the wall, but just whiffs on it a little bit. Nobody in the middle covering, so we do need to be a little bit better about our defensive positioning. Dauphin picks that puck up. He carries wide into the zone, and we're going to get another penalty on Thunder Bay for a tripping call, and Thundercats will go back on the power play. Well, let's see if the Thundercats can capitalize on this opportunity. Oliver looking around to see maybe where he wants to draw that puck. Looks like he's set up to go through the legs, which is kind of his favorite move. But Thunder Bay is just going to ice that puck again. So the Thundercats are starting to learn that if you want to have a power play, you're going to have to possess the puck. Montpettit with the puck. He sends it up center ice to Dauphin, who just can't handle the pass. Thunder Bay is going to try to send it back in. That's blocked down by Picor. Montpettit is going to try to skate it out, but gets his pocket picked right at the blue line. Montpettit picks it up in the high Z zone and tries to pass to Picor. Picor is going to try to skate through the center with it. But, you know, we slow down, we lose our speed, and we end up somehow managing to gate the zone here. There we go. Nice pass from Dauphin to Picor, and a goal for the Thundercats. Not the prettiest zone entry I've ever seen, but it got the job done. Well, it's good to get the next one, so let's try to see if we can keep the lead here. Face off one by Thundercats. Kurtz tries to send it up to Gosen, but that's knocked down by a Thunder Bay player. Gosen comes back to make the high D play. Hansen with it now. Hansen's going to chip that puck out to middle. And Thundercats will pursue through neutral. Thunder Bay chips it into our zone. Olsen tries to send it out, but that gets intercepted by a Thunder Bay player. They send it back down into the corner. Olsen rims it around for Kurtz. And Thunder Bay sends it back down deep. Diedrich playing behind the net. Now back to Olsen. Olsen trying to get it up to Gosen. Gosen's going to carry the puck out now. Gosen around, gets her pocket picked. Thunder Bay trying to send it back in deep to Olsen. Olsen sends it up to Hansen, but gets intercepted by a Thunder Bay player. We're trying to force passes now. Looks like we cleared the zone a little bit. Thunder Bay's just going to send that right back down. It should have been an offsides call there, but ref missed that one. Diedrich's going to try to angle this player out down to Kurtz, who sends it back up. Diedrich's going to try to send it up to Gosen. Thunder Bay doing a good job at keeping it contained within our zone. Hansen trying to stuff it up the wall. Now that's stopped by Kurtz. Kurtz makes a nice little move, but he gets his not enough on it. Now that's up to Hansen, but back down into the Thundercat zone. And Thunder Bay buzzing a little bit here. We need to make a little bit better use of our time with the puck and collect it better. We're just kind of slapping around with it a little bit here. Starting to get a little dangerous and tired. Olsen tripped up a little bit, no call. Kurtz picks it up, tries to send it out, and does clear it finally. Thunder Bay is just going to send this right back down in deep. That number 3 is a good job at just putting it right down into our zone. Looks like that's their game plan. Kurtz tries to skate it up, but ends up losing it. Sends it up to Gosen. Gosen gets his poke checked off her stick. Now Kurtz tries to poke check it. Here comes Pecor with a poke check. And we're running around. Looks like a little bit of game of mites here. We're just slapping at it. We need to start spreading out and sharing the puck a little bit better. Move that puck. Nice pass up to Martinson, but right back down into the Thundercat zone. Kramer's there to collect. He's going to try to skate it out of the corner. And looks like our wing is just hanging out a little bit high. There's no pass option there. Right back up to the Thunder Bay defender, who's going to send it towards the net. Nobody there to defend except for Dauphiné. And Thundercats looking a little bit confused as to who should be covering what. This team is a much better coached team, and they know how to play hockey. So these guys are going to have to figure out how to play D in front of our own house. We're looking a little like, deer in the headlights here. Thundercats got to pick up the intensity and start getting on the puck. Face off, won by Thunder Bay. They're going to throw it in deep and go to work. Montpetit's first to get there. We got 3 of our players down in the corner. Not a great look. It leaves you wide open up top. We don't want to do that. They send it to the net. And we're going to send that to the half wall to Dauphiné. Dauphiné tries to chip it past this guy, but that's going to end up being an icing. And that'll come back down for a defensive zone faceoff. We'll get a line change here. Dietrich tries to draw that back. Sent to the net and gloved down by Emmett. Face off won by Dietrich. Gosen battling for the puck. Thundercats trying to get it out. Dietrich's going to skate that out. He's going to carry that to the center neutral. Gets it over the line, but Thundercat gets his pocket picked, and now we got a Hansen with the puck. We're just trying to skate it right into traffic instead of throwing it in deep and sharing that puck a little bit. Thunder Bay doing a good job at covering our guys in the offensive zone. And this is going to come back to Kurtz, who's feeling the pressure. Kurtz sends it to the near wall. Thunder Bay is going to end up getting that in, and they've got an opportunity here. We've got to cover in front of our guy. And they get an opportunity, but that goes wide of the net. Kurtz out front. Right out to the Thunder Bay defender. And they send it, but that goes wide of the net. Boy, they are buzzing around our net, and we need to get a whistle here. So we'll get a line change. Just try to be a little bit more disciplined in our own end. Pecor looking to draw it backwards. Well, he tries to draw it forwards, and that ends up hitting Kramer. A lot of kids still turning backwards when they get shot at, which is not really what you want to do. All your padding is in the front. You got nothing in the back, but that's just a natural reaction. Pecor tries to skate it to the corner, makes a little reverse move, sends it up to Dauphiné. Dauphiné is going to try to chip that out, and he does, but he loses it. Thunder Bay just sends that down deep, and we're going to have to go back and collect again. So Thundercats going to have to get a little bit better on their passing and collecting that pass. We're hanging out a little bit high on the corner there on the wingers. Here we go. Pecor is going to skate it up. Pecor tries to handle it and ends up getting it taken off his stick. Wilson blocks that. Pecor comes away with it. That's Martinson, rather. Pecor battling for the puck now. He picks it up in the center ice. He's going to send it up to Kurtz. Kurtz is going to take a shot to the net. little bit of a tip there, but nobody there to get it. Pico tries to get a handle on it, but can't quite get enough of it. Now battling down in the far corner for it, sends it up to Dauphin in front of the net. That's bounced out to Kurtz. Kurtz takes a slap shot, misses wide, and that's the end of the period. Well, a good final series there for the Thundercats. Good pressure. We'll be back in a minute. All right, here we go. Tie game, start of the second period. Shots are essentially even, 7-6 with Thunder Bay with the advantage here. That's one back to Kurtz. Kurtz is going to send that up to Hansen. Hansen's going to skate it across the line. That's kept in by Diedrich, but then taken off his stick by Thunder Bay. And Thunder Bay has a rush here against Kurtz and Olsen. And that's blocked by Hemmett. Good job. Sent up to the half wall to Gosen. Gosen's going to try to send that up the wall to Hansen. Hansen tries to chip it out, but that's stopped by the Thunder Bay player. That kid can shoot the puck, so let's make sure we keep it off his stick because he's got a rocket. Defensive zone face-off. Let's see what Picor does with the puck here. Looks like he's trying to go through the legs again, which I don't care for that move all the time. Once in a while is okay, but try to change it up. Number 3 was just a rocket. That kid can absolutely snipe it. Martinson with the puck now. I keep calling Gosen. Sent up to Montpettit. Montpettit's going to try to send it back down, and that ends up coming back to Kramer. Kramer's going to try to chip it, and ends up getting his pocket picked. 1-on-0 breakaway for Thunder Bay, and he shoots wide. Picor should be addressing that, but I'm not really sure what's happening right now. He's just letting these kids get to the puck first, and I don't quite understand why we're not getting to the puck first. Extended hand signals to my own kid to get on his horse a little bit. I don't think he wants to look at me. Another defensive zone face-off for the Thundercats here. Let's see if Diedrich tries to pull it back. There's nobody at home in the back, but that's okay. Looks like Thundercats are going to get that off the face-off. Olsen's going to try to carry it up, but it gets poked back in down deep. Diedrich's going to be there to collect it. He's going to skate back around behind the net. He's going to chip that up to Kurtz. They send it, but they lose it. Now it's come back to the middle. Gosen will come back into the far corner to retrieve. Nice move for Gosen right there. She's going to send it up to Hansen. Well, Kurtz can't get a handle on it. Come on, Thundercats. Possess the puck. Spread out. We're all bunched up here now. We're just getting a little rattled. We need to calm down and play hockey. We skate out from behind our net up to Hansen. And Hansen, Diedrich tries to send that to Hansen. And Thundercats just kind of watching the puck here in the offensive zone, not really getting after it. Nobody wants to really be the F1, but we end up getting the best of this and we keep it in the zone. Diedrich with the puck, or trying to grab the puck, can't quite control it. And Thunder Bay is going to try to send that up the wall, but that gets intercepted by Dauphin. And now Thunder Bay does come away with it, and they've got an opportunity for a breakaway here. This kid can shoot the puck, but Kurtz makes a nice defensive play and deflects that down. Kurtz into the near corner with it. Kurtz skating up the middle of the ice now. Kurtz up to Pecor. Pecor's going to take that and try to go around, but he can't hang on to it. And now we're offsides, but now we're back in. Ref calls it clean, so Pecor skates into the near corner and gets angled out, but that's okay. We've got a deep possession now. Need a little bit of help here. Now Pecor's going to get it. Pecor sends it to the front, but nobody there. He doesn't even look, so we got to work on that. That is a definite tripping call, and Thundercats are going to go on the penalty kill. That penalty is on Kramer. Pecor needs to hustle down to the face-off circle if he's planning to play, but looks like he's not. So looks like they're going to send out Olsen to take the face-off. Need somebody to take the face-off. Martinson decides he's going to step in. Thundercats come away with that one. Oh, defenseman loses his feet. And here goes Montpettit. Down the far side. He gets tripped. Martinson picks it up. He looks to center out front. Can't quite get a pass off. Martinson throws it out front. Nobody there. And then Thunder Bay touches it, and we'll get a penalty call. It'll be 4-on-4 hockey now for the next minute 42. And then we'll have an 18-second power play. Coach will get a change of the forwards with Dietrich, Olsen, Hansen, and Montpettit as your lineup. Face-off won by Thunder Bay. Olsen's going to collect that, though. And Thunder Bay is going to skate it back behind their own net. Cuts up the middle and makes a nice move. Olsen's going to try to angle this kid out. He does. He kind of slows this rush up a little bit. Egan just really bunched up. Everybody just kind of hovering around the puck. Here comes Montpettit. Montpettit's got some speed. He makes that turn. Here he comes. Oh, and he gets no penalty on that. Just loses his edge. And here comes Thunder Bay again. They try to center it up the ice, but nobody there to collect. Hansen's there. Hansen's going to send it over to Olsen. Olsen's going to send that up to Montpettit. Montpettit going to hold on to it for just a second, send it up center ice to Hansen. And here goes Hansen up center ice. He kicks it forward, and here we go. He's going to try to get a shot last minute. Nobody home, but he does look, and we're changing. Not a great time to change. Thunder Bay gets an opportunity, but there's Pecor to make a defensive play on the back check, coming off the bench. Keep your feet under your Pecor. Send it up to Hansen. Here we go. Don't just throw it, though. Make sure you look. Thunder Bay's going to throw it in deep and get a change. And Kurtz is back to retrieve. Kurtz is going to kind of come out from behind his own net with some speed now. And here we go. Skate it up the ice, kid. Take it through. A nice move by Kurtz. Kurtz makes another nice move to his forehand. And he tries to bury it on his backhand. And he does. Kurtz makes the move. He scores a goal. Way to go, Lou. So Thundercats now up 3-2. And it looks like Oliver or Pecor and Kurtz are going to play D here. Face-off won by Thundercats, but poked off the stick by number 3. Thundercats just kind of flowing to the puck. Number 3 should have gotten his stick. He's going to try to tear that kid down. I'm not sure that that's a legal move. Dauphin picks it on his stick, throws it towards the net. Martinson there. Martinson, oh, with a great opportunity that the goalie covers. A little bit of chippiness happening. These teams both want to win this game. Pretty even matchup here. We'll get an offensive zone face-off. Pecor is looking like he's set up to go through this kid's legs. We'll see if it actually works. Yep, that's what he tries to do, but this kid has played center. Picor tries to throw a quick shot on net. Out to Montpetit. He's going to throw it towards the net. Blocked by a Thunder Bay player. Montpetit gets another opportunity. Dauphiné almost chips it in. Picor picks it up in the back corner, throws it out front, but that gets deflected by Thunder Bay. Thunder Bay will collect it and try to break it out, but Montpetit there to try to step up and make a move, but now Thunder Bay with a clean breakaway here. Kid can't quite collect it. Sends it to the net on his backhand, and that's blocked by Emmett. Great job, Emmett. Montpetit's going to try to skate it out. And now here comes up to Dauphiné, who's got a breakaway. Nice goal! Dauphiné buries it. Thundercats up 2 goals now. Great play. Great play. So finding some success here early in the second period. Let's see if we can keep the defense up so we can keep these guys out of the back of our net. Thunder Bay wins that, but a nice little play by Olsen there to bump that kid off the puck. Olsen fights hard to get it back to Diedrich. Diedrich's going to skate it out. Get your head up, kid. Get your head up. Diedrich up through center, up to the wide near side zone. Diedrich's going to skate it down into the half wall, but gets it taken off his stick, and now here comes Thunder Bay along the other way. Nice centering pass by Thunder Bay with a one-on-one break to Lou, but it looks like somehow Hansen's stick got caught up and then ended up breaking up that play. Kurtz is going to skate out from behind our own net. He skates up the wall, and he makes a nice move, but gets it poke checked. Thunder Bay is going to send that back down in, but ended up being a penalty on Thunder Bay, so Thundercats are going to go back on a power play here. Another chance. Montpetit and Kramer are your D pair. Picor set up to draw it back. Hopefully Montpetit moves up. There we go. There we go. Nice try. Dauphiné is going to try to collect it. He sends it up to the Kramer. Kramer looks to send it over, and he does. Almost intercepted by Thunder Bay. They read that play perfectly. Oh, a great tip by Dauphiné. Sends it back out front. Martinson's right on the doorstep. Picor is going to pick that up. Again, he sends it back to the other side. Out in front, nobody home, and Thunder Bay is going to ice that. Kramer's going to run behind the net and pick that up. Here we go. Kramer up to Picor. Picor picks it up through neutral, and he's going to skate it in. Picor drives in the middle, almost held in, tries to backhand it, and does bury it on his backhand. Another goal by the Thundercats here to go up by 3 at 5-2. Great play out of our own end to move that puck up. That's how you win games, especially as you get higher up in competitiveness. You can't skate it up on your own. You got to play as a team, and those are the teams that win. Thundercats are going to win this face-off, and Diedrich tries to skate it in, but loses it off his stick. And Golston's battling hard to get it. Puck, Diedrich comes away with it. He makes a move to the side. Takes a hard hit from number 3, and then now it looks like he's on the ground. And ref blows the whistle. And it looks like he took a hard body check right into the boards. I don't think that was intentional, but that number 3 is a big kid, so he plays hard. Looks like Diedrich's getting up. Hopefully he's okay. So Thundercats go on the power play here with Picor taking the face off. He's going to set up to go between this kid's legs. That's his favorite move on the left side. He almost gets it. For a quick shot, Hansen's going to collect it off the half wall and send it back in deep. Golston will be into the far corner to recover. She's going to send it to the middle, but nobody there. And Thunder Bay is going to skate it out. Thundercats on a back check, and Thunder Bay is going to send that down deep into our zone. Olsen picks up the puck. He's going to cut through center ice, up through the zone, but gets his pocket picked. Olsen's going to try to clear that puck out. Can't quite get a handle on it, and battling for the puck. Here we go. Hansen's going to pick that up to Kurtz. Kurtz is going to skate wide into the neutral, into the other zone. Kurtz looking to center it, but nobody home, and Thunder Bay collapses and kicks puck on that. Olsen's going to collect that in the neutral zone, and we're going to try to regroup here. Taking his time to figure out what he wants to do. He sends it wide to Montpettit. Montpettit gets it on the wall, and is going to get it around this Thunder Bay defender. Montpettit looking to center the puck to Pecor. Pecor looks around. He's going to send it right back in deep. And he tries to block that. And Olsen keeps that in, sends it to the net. Good shot. Dauphiné into the far corner to retrieve. And Thundercats just kind of looking around. We got the man advantage, and we're just sort of playing soft, up to Olsen here at the high point. Olsen's going to send it to the net. That gets blocked. Hansen sends it back to the center. Nobody gets a stick on it. Hansen sends it to the net. Nobody there. We're just kind of playing slap hockey with it here. We got to start doing something a little bit smarter with it. And Thunder Bay is going to ice that puck. We'll get a line change. These kids are tired. And here comes Pettit. Oh my goodness. Almost gets his pocket picked, but Kurtz is going to pick that puck up in the center ice. He's going to send it over to Martinson, who enters the zone a little early, and we'll get an offside call. Face off won by Thunder Bay. Thunder Bay tries to send it down in deep. Kurtz back to retrieve. Kurtz from behind our own net. Takes his time looking around. Kind of getting a little too dangerous with the puck there. I'd like to see him move it out. Skate too long in one place, and you're more apt to get it taken away from you. Thunder Bay tries to center it, but intercepted by the Thundercats. Here goes Kurtz. He's going to turn on the afterburners here. He's going to go around this kid. He's going to get a shot. Nope, it gets taken away, and good defense by Thunder Bay. And Thunder Bay is on a rush 2-on-1 situation here, but Montpettit makes a nice poke check with his stick. And here we go, back through neutral. Montpettit sitting right up center ice. Comes right in. Oh my goodness. Over, and Dauphiné was right on the doorstep. Montpettit tried to take a shot there. Montpettit with a wraparound. That gets blocked by the goalie and sent into the far corner. Now Thunder Bay is going to send it back the other way. Good back check by Dauphiné. Sent back up the boards by Kramer. Dauphiné skates wide into the zone with it, tries to send it to the net, and that's intercepted by Thunder Bay. Oh, they're going to wave that ice off. Should have been an icing call. And Kurtz is going to come back and send that. Misses picking it up, just whiffs on it. For Olsen. Olsen's going to send it up to Pecor on the wall. And here goes Pecor. Pecor up to neutral to Hansen. Hansen's going to collect that into the far zone. And Hansen's going to try to play that. Nice play. Take your time. Up to Olsen. Good job. Olsen throws it at the net. And that goalie actually gives it up. Thunder Bay's going to try to clear it. They don't. Olsen sends it back down. And it looks like that's going to be an icing call. And they wave it off. Thunder Bay is the first there. Nobody in the middle to block that. Pecor to pick it up. Now Pecor's going to skate it up. Makes a move. Get on your horse, kid. Get on your horse, kid. Go, go, go. Pecor wide on his backhand, looking for somebody in the middle. Nobody there. He just sends it to the net on the backhand. And now Hansen trying to battle for the puck. Nobody is seeing this guy streaming right through the middle of the neutral zone, but Montpettit ends up making a good play there. Montpettit comes out, sends it up to Hansen, and Hansen will race for the puck into the far end. Hansen gets it. Can he get it to the middle? Good defensive play by Thunder Bay. Now here's Kramer. Now here's Dauphiné. Dauphiné with a good stick check. And number 3 is just going to ice that puck for Thunder Bay, and we'll get an ice call. shots are all tied up 12-12 here. 5-2 lead for the Thundercats still with 2 minutes left in the second period. Back to Kurtz. Kurtz is going to send that down towards the net. Looks like Kramer's going to get it on his stick, but can't get a shot off. And now Thunder Bay is going to come back on a rush, 3-on-2, with 2 backcheckers for Thundercats. Thunder Bay tries to run up the middle. They make a nice opportunity. That looks like it hit the crossbar, but not able to get a goal on that, and Thundercats will clear it. Back into the stick of Montpettit. Montpettit will skate it out. He's coming up the far wall in the neutral zone, and a good shoulder by that number 8 from Thunder Bay. This Canadian team plays a pretty physical game, bordering right on the edge of contact hockey, but not quite there. Dauphin has it. He comes out front, but nobody's there, and then Thunder Bay is going to get a penalty on that. Interference. That was the right call. Martinson was just dragged down in front of the net. Good job on the referees seeing that. So we'll get a line change. Pico looking around to see who his options are. And he is absolutely set up to draw that back to Ole. Let's see if he can get it. Oh, good center, good draw. Oh, and the goalie gloves that, and we'll get another face-off. Coach Hansen giving Oliver some pointers from the bench now. We'll see what Oliver does. Oliver going to draw it back to Olsen again. Can't quite get a stick on it, but good job by Hansen to be there to pick that puck up. Montpettit's going to make a nice little move into the middle, but can't quite collect it. Now Hansen comes in. Hansen collects it. He's going to throw it towards the net, but nobody home. Thunder Bay is going to ice that puck now, and Olsen will retrieve that just inside of our own D zone, and we'll regroup. Olsen sends that up to Gosen. Gosen with a nice pass. Gosen gets it out, but Thunder Bay ends up chipping it back in. Montpettit's going to pick that up. He's going to send it up to Picor. Now here goes Picor and Hansen up the ice. Picor's going to take the middle. He makes a nice move around that Thunder Bay defender. He's going to shoot it, and he buries it. Far corner. Nice goal by Picor. On a great pass from, looks like, Montpettit. Good job, Thundercats. Keep it up. Face-off won by Thundercats. Montpettit tries to get it up to Martinson, but Thunder Bay is going to possess that puck. Oh, almost broken up by Dauphin. Great look. I like that aggressiveness. Thunder Bay is going to gain the zone here, and they're going to just throw it at the net, but that's blocked by Kurtz. Kurtz will pick it up, and he'll skate it up through the center of the defensive zone, but almost gets it taken away. Playing a little bit of hockey here where we're just running into each other. Emmett's going to glove that down. And we'll get a full line change here. 30 seconds remain. Shots tied 14s. And 6-2 Thundercats is your score. Face-off won by Thunder Bay, but Thundercats end up getting that puck. Nice save by Emmett to glove that down. The center is pretty good that Picor is facing, but here goes Picor. He's coming up through neutral. He looks like he's going to try to cut to the middle, but gets it just poked away, and now we're offsides. Got to come out. Oh, yeah, I thought the ref was going to wave that off for a second, but that was way offsides. Coach Hansen giving a few more words of wisdom to Oliver on the face-off here on what to do. Thundercats win that, try to throw it in deep, but Thunder Bay is going to chip that up and out. Olsen with a nice reverse move. Pecor picks up that puck. He tries to throw it up and smartly played. All right, welcome back, fans. Final period here, 6-2. Pecor throws that up to the defenseman. Nobody there to stop him. Now Dauphiné grabs that puck, and he's going to skate it in. He's going to take it wide. Throws it to the net. Oh, Pecor almost there to bury it on a rebound. Martinson throws it back in deep into the corner, and it comes out onto the center ice. Broken up by Kurtz. And Martinson back on the back check. And thrown in to the D zone. We try to chip it back out, but that's intercepted by Thunder Bay. This number 3 can shoot the puck. We don't want to let him anywhere near our net. Boy, he can really rip it. And they're buzzing here. We need to cover that puck. Pecor is going to go to the penalty box, getting a little physical in front of the net, but protecting our goalie. We'll take that penalty. Referee blows the whistle. Not sure if he was having a conversation or what, but here we go. Penalty kill for the Thundercats. These centers are really good. They do a good job at tying up our centers and not letting us get through. Montpettit playing it into the corner. Thunder Bay aggressive to this puck. 2 men on the puck, as they should. And Thunder Bay is going to come out. Nobody in front. Oh, boy. Kramer just gets a stick on it, sends it out. Boy, that was great play by Kramer. Kramer coming hard. Wow, look at this kid coming in hard. He breaks that play up. He's going to contain it into the offensive zone on a shorthanded opportunity here. Good job by Kramer. Just battling. Here we go. Hansen pinches. Hansen's going to skate it in and try to get a shot. Oh, he tries to make a quick move onto the stick of Diedrich. Diedrich gets bumped off the puck. They send it up to Kramer. Kramer's just going to throw that right to the net, right into the chest of Thunder Bay player. Now it's Montpettit on a deep play. What's going to happen here? He does a little reverse, but good D by the Thundercats. And this number 3 just sends it toward the net, but it goes wide. Out to the high D on the Thunder Bay player. Nobody there. Kramer in the corner to defend. Thundercats looking around, can't quite track the puck very well. This number 3 just sends it wide over the net. Montpettit's going to try to chip it up, but can't quite get the full piece of it. Now here comes Montpettit. Montpettit's going to send it up to Hansen, who can't handle it. And they'll send it back down into the D zone. Kramer to retrieve. Kramer sends it to Montpettit. Goes in there to try to get it. And Thunder Bay will send it back down in deep. Kramer to play D into the corner here. And here comes Golson and Kramer battling along the wall for it. Golson sends it up the wall to the Thunder Bay defenseman who mishandles it and scoops out. Now here comes Martinson and Pecor on the forecheck here. Pecor is going to pick that puck up. He's out of the penalty box at this point. He comes in. Pecor is going to pick it up. He's got an opportunity to rip it. Nice little toe drag, but can't quite get the shot off. Sends it up to the D, and there's nobody there. There's a little confusion about who should be playing right D. So Kurtz is going to come pick that up. Kurtz skates it up through neutral. Here we go, Kurtz. Grab it. A little bit of, and we go off sides because we're trying to take the puck away from our teammates. So we're going to face off in the neutral zone. Thundercats win that draw. Dauphin tries to chip it in, but that gets taken away. Thunder Bay on the rush. Thunder Bay looking to go wide. Try to send it out front, but nobody there. Thunder Bay is going to get an opportunity to shoot it high. They missed that. That goes wide. And now we're going to get another penalty. Thunder Bay player down behind our net. I'm not sure what happened there. I missed it. Martinson and this other player were tangled up, and so Thundercats are going on a penalty kill. I have a feeling this player probably fell down and hit his head on the net or lost his footing somehow, or EMT coming out to take a look. But maybe not. The Thunder Bay player up on his feet, so that's good to see. Looks like he's favoring one leg. I can't really tell what happened there. So here we go. We'll be on the penalty kill. Kurtz and Hansen, Olsen and Dauphin. Face off won by the Thundercats. Good job. Olsen just icing that puck. Smart play. And Dauphin is going to give some pressure here to the Thunder Bay player. Thunder Bay sends it up the wall, but Hansen's there to intercept. Good stick check by Hansen. Thunder Bay tries to send it up, but intercepted by Olsen. Olsen's going to try to send that back down in deep. Battling along the far neutral zone wall there. Thunder Bay will try to regroup that, and they do. They're going to come in. Kurtz, nice block by Kurtz to stand tall in front of that shot. Hansen's going to send it straight up the middle. And Dauphin will be there to provide a little bit of pressure while the Thundercats get a change. Thunder Bay rims that around. That's going to come right into the hands of Montpettit. Montpettit looking around. Montpettit's going to send it up to Diedrich. Diedrich can't quite, just misses handling that pass. And then Thunder Bay mishandles it, so Diedrich's going to skate that in. He gains his own. He's going to just send a faraway shot from wide. And goes in there to provide some pressure. Thunder Bay collects it, and they break out. They're going to send it around Montpettit, but Diedrich on a hard back check with a good defensive play. Just can't quite get a hold of it. Kramer's going to grab that, kicks it up to Montpettit. Montpettit just sends it up off the wall and out. Back into the hands of the Thunder Bay defender, who's going to throw that back in deep right on net. Good shot by that kid. He can really rim it. Oh boy, we got to have a little bit more intensity on our defensive play here. but we're definitely bunching up. Nice clearing attempt. Blocked by Golson with her foot. That must come from her soccer instincts right there. Sent back around for Kramer. Kramer's going to look up the ice, and he's going to try to send it, but that's blocked by the Thunder Bay player, who gets another opportunity on net. Well, we got to stop letting this kid have shots. He's going to bury him. Once again, just rimmed around. We're just feeding this kid shots all day long. I don't understand what we're doing here. Let's get our puck covered and get a whistle here. Coach Kurtz is probably losing his hair over the fact that we keep rimming it around to their best player who can shoot from the point. So we'll have full strength again. Pecor, Martinson, and Dauphiné. Thundercats collect that puck. They carry it out, but that gets poked off of Dauphiné's stick. And we're bunching up in the middle of the zone here. We really got to spread out, start playing a little bit more higher-end hockey here. Dauphiné tries to send it, but nobody there. Thunder Bay is going to enter with some speed, but hey. So Thundercats looking around, not really sure what's happening. And the problem is that we're just kind of letting these guys take it to us. And we've got to be a little bit more aggressive as we come into the puck. Especially as we pursue it, we got to take them off the puck right away. Can't watch. We're watching, that's the main issue here. And we're bunching up, so got to get in. Pecor battling for the puck. Pecor comes away with it. Pecor up through the middle, passes it over to Dauphiné, but right at that blue line, and that's just a dangerous pass right there because we don't want to pass it right at the blue line. We want to get across that line and then pass it. So we'll get a line change. Neutral zone face-off on the near side dot. Diedrich set up to draw it back. And he does, but that gets picked up, and Montpetit's going to almost get a hold of that. Now Diedrich's got it. Diedrich's going to try to stick handle that, and Thunder Bay is going to chip that out. Golson right there to put it back in. Come on, kid. Golson coming back hard playing D, and that's chipped back up to Hansen, who tries to make it around, and Diedrich gets a stick on it. Good play, but here comes Thunder Bay again. Standing still. They're easy to go around like a cone. Nobody out front, and they just miss wide. We're getting caught puck watching here, and that's just a dangerous thing. You got to keep yourself moving. Diedrich's going to send that up and out, and we'll have Hansen forechecking. Thunder Bay is going to try to chip that out, but that's off the stick of Hansen. Collects it, but then can't quite hold on to it for an opportunity. And Hansen's going to. Oh boy, Hansen's got an opportunity, sends it over to Golson. Nobody there, can't get a stick on it. And here comes Pecor. Thunder Bay is going to send that up the wall, right up to Montpetit, who sends it over to Kramer. Kramer's going to send that up to Pecor, right on the blue line. Good pass. Pecor's going to collect that. He goes around, but gets bumped off the puck. And Thunder Bay is going to rim that around the other side. And Golson's there to stop it. And Thunder Bay is just going to send it. And here comes Kurtz to collect. Kurtz is going to look around. Let's see what he's got. Kurtz is going to skate right up through the middle of the ice. And here we go. Let's stay on sides, boys. Oliver and Chris going to the net. Kurtz is going to send that over. Oh, my goodness. I thought he was going to slide that over to Pecor, but he tries to get a quick little short side deep. And Thunder Bay is going to send that out. Back over to Dauphiné, who sends it over to Kurtz. Kurtz is going to move it up to Pecor at the blue line, who gains the zone. Pecor is going to try to do a little escape here. Sends it to the middle, but nobody home. Golson there. No, Martinson. Dauphiné will send it into the corner. And Thunder Bay is just going to try to clear that, but Kramer's going to get that in the neutral zone. Kramer sends it, tries to chip it in, and he does. Now Dauphiné will provide a little bit of pressure on the forecheck here. Dauphiné go to the net, nobody there. Oh boy, he almost puts it in off the goalie's stick. Need a little bit more pressure on these guys, and they're just going to send it around. Go to the net, guys. Go to the net. Tip. Oh, send it up right up the middle. And we'll have to regroup here. Sent over to Kramer. Kramer's going to send it up the middle over to Martinson. Martinson's going to skate up the middle over to Pecor. Pecor's going to bring it in wide and just throw a shot on net, blocked by the goalie. Now Thunder Bays will come out from behind their own net, but that's blocked by Martinson. Here comes Pecor. Pecor, quick little turnaround shot. And he scores on that. I guess the referee's calling no goal. So a little bit of confusion about whether or not that was a goal. The referee says no. So we'll get an offensive zone face-off. Face-off won by Diedrich, but collected by Thunder Bay, who's just going to send it up the wall over the stick of Kurtz. Kurtz does a little escape move, and Diedrich's going to pick that puck up. He's going to send it up off the boards, try to get to Gosen, but that's intercepted. And now Thunder Bay will just dump it back in deep and try to go look for it. Hansen's got the puck on his stick. He sends it up the wall to Gosen. That's going to come up to number 3, who we don't want to have the opportunity to get a stick in. We got to stop sending it up the wall to this kid because he just continues to get shots on our goalie, and they know it. We got to get in front of him here. And Emmett will block that and cover. So let's stop rimming it around to this kid's side. I think that's his 10th shot today. And pick up by Olsen, who's going to skate it out. He's rubbed out into the wall here. And battle along the wall. And Thunder Bay is just going to send that back down into the far corner. No icing. Kurtz will collect that. He'll make a quick reverse move. And he'll send that up to Diedrich, who tries to send it up high. With his feet, can't quite get it. And Kurtz will just clear that puck out. Thunder Bay's going to send it back in, but Diedrich's there to intercept. Diedrich's going to try to send that up the wall. But Thunder Bay blocks it. Thunder Bay with nobody in front, or Thundercats really need to find that guy, that trailer. Good body position by that Thunder Bay player. Kurtz is going to bounce that puck out, but Thunder Bay doing a good job at trying to contain it. Olsen's going to send that to the middle, but nobody's there. These kids look really tired, and that's just going to float right to the stick of Diedrich. Diedrich sends it up the wall to Hansen. Hansen gets taken off the puck by number 3. We're off sides now, so we're going to have to wait. We're going to regroup here to Kramer. And Montpetit's going to give it to Golson, but end up getting offside, so we get lucky here as we get a whistle and slow things down a little bit. 3:31 remaining in the game. Thundercats still have a 3-goal lead. Pecor, Martinson, Dauphiné, and Montpetit and Kramer. Pecor gets the puck. He comes in wide. He sends it to the middle, but just can't quite connect with Martinson. And Thunder Bay clears it out of the zone. Step up there, Archie. Step up there, Archie. There we go. But Thunder Bay is going to collect that puck. And here comes Dauphiné on a great back check. Good job. And Thunder Bay is going to try to just center it in front of the net for hope something. Pecor collects it from behind the net. Comes out in front of our own net. Makes a little move. He keeps the puck on his stick. Slow it down. Sends it up to Dauphiné. Dauphiné gets a stick on it. And Thunder Bay's going to try to send that back in. Pecor gets it, sends it up to Dauphiné off the wall. Dauphiné grabs it, kicks it up to his own stick, and now Martinson there for a rebound. And covered by the goalie. Or not. No, it's still loose. Puck's loose. Here we go. Thunder Bay is just going to ice that puck, but Kramer's there to grab it. So he sends it over to Montpetit. Now here we go. Montpetit back up to Kramer, who's going to carry it into the zone. Come on, Kramer. Puts it on net, just wide. And there's Hansen to collect it off the far wall. Hansen will lose it. Pecor will come in to provide pressure. Pecor picks it up. Pecor looking for center. Nobody there. And now Dauphiné is into the corner battling for it. Hunter Bay is going to come out with it, and they're going to center it. Montpetit's going to grab it. He's going to send it back down, try to skate it in. Montpettit loses it. Hanson there to stop the play. And we just need to collect that puck, make sure we keep it on our stick. Don't give it up. Don't give your puck away. You work so hard to get it. Montpettit battling all the way across the blue line here. Hanson in there to provide a little bit of support. It's F2. And we're just having a hard time possessing that puck. Thunder Bay is going to grab it. They're going to try to center it, and they do. We'll have a small breakaway with Kurtz playing D. And step up there, Kurtzy. And blocked by Emmett. 1:25 remains in the game. Face off won by the Thundercats. Grossen just sends it up the wall. And they score on a shot from the point, making it a 2-goal game now, 6-4. I have to believe they're going to try to pull their goalie here at some point. I would imagine they're going to call a timeout here and try to create a strategy. They are out shooting us. So strategy here for the Thundercats is just to get it down into the far end and try to keep them bottled up. Don't let them have opportunities in our end because they're going to pull that goalie. Get your stick out of there. Uh-oh. Goalie loses his feet a little bit there. Ends up making a good stick play at the blue line. Diedrich's going to pick that up. Diedrich's going to carry it around behind the net. He's going to throw it up the wall for Kurtz. Kurtz bounces it out, and now Grosten's got it. Grosten tries to center it. Nobody home there for grabbing it. So we'll just get a little bit of neutral zone confusion here. We're not really sure what's happening. I'm not really sure why we're just watching this game. And nobody in front is center. Oh my goodness. Thundercats, let's play some D here. They send it up to the high guy. He's going to get a shot on the net. And that's almost deflected in, but deflected wide. 30 seconds left. They're going to send it up to their big shooter here, number 3. Get in front of him, kids. Get in front of him. And that's high sticking. Let him touch it. Let him touch it. What? That's a whistle every time. I'm not sure what that call was. Number 3 has it now. Here comes. Unbelievable that he didn't pull the goalie. I just can't believe that. And that'll do it. Thundercats will win this game. So now the Thundercats will play tomorrow morning in the semifinal game, and that'll determine whether we go to the first place game or the third place game. So we'll see you back here tomorrow morning, 8:45 a.m.